Hello everybody, welcome back to our online EEP class. How are you all? Hope you are fine. Happy to see you again. Today we are going to move to the next passages. Before going to start our next paragraphs, that is 16 to 20 passages, I would like to ask you some questions. Are you completing homework that has been given to you? Are you practicing them after our class? Are you at least noting down the important words or hard words, new words, strange words to you? Are you practicing them in your daily vocabulary? Yes or no? What are you talking, sir? After class, we have so many works to do. That's why, so we are waiting to wind up your class. As soon as your class completes, we will just go out. That is the thing, right? You are doing. Please practice them. Please at least go through them. Note down the important words, underline the important words, at least practice them. Just read them. The students who are reading regularly, who are completing the passages, previous passages, I'm appreciating you. I'm feeling very happy for your hard work. If you do it regularly, you can improve yourself. I told you many times, you need to underline new words. You need to just practice them in your daily life so that it enhances your skills. It enhances your daily vocabulary, your analytical power. Okay? In the previous passages, especially I focused on Mona Lisa. I told you to practice. Have you read it? Have you completed it? Yes or no? No. Yes. If it is yes, so happy. If it is no, just look at them once at least. Okay? Right. So in Mona Lisa, you can see many vocabulary, many new words. Even it is very interesting passage. You can read it. You can enjoy the complete passage. You can know the new terms. Even the struggle of Da Vinci. He struggled a lot to make that live picture. And another passage, the farmer and the snake, the beautiful conversation between them. Just practice them, just read them and know the vocabulary, and it's very fun even. And another poem, that is snake trying. In that snake trying, you can see the poet's idea and the snake. There the poet draws the beautiful picture of that snake. Even the snake has some freedom to live along with us. Poet sympathizes and symbolizes, even we have to give some space to them to live in this biodiversity. Read it and know the vocabulary, know the rhyming scheme, rhyming pattern, so that it's very useful to you. Due to lack of time, unable to cover all those topics in this class, that's why I'm passing them to you to complete it at home. So please practice them. It gives you good knowledge. Repeatedly I'm telling you. Okay? So don't forget it. Practice them at home. Let's move to next topics. That is 16 to 20. I'm ready with the 16th topic. Let us see it. Dear students, in this 16th topic, we are going to see the description. Here, the author expressed his or her feelings about her visit to a place called Marrakech. Let us see. Read the description below. A weekend in Marrakech. Marrakech is a city. So there you can see the city. It is one of the cities in Morocco. There you can see. It's a very beautiful place. There the author visited that place, that is Marrakech, and narrated her thoughts or her feelings in this passage. Let us see day 1. Arriving at the international airport of Marrakech, I enter an unknown world where even the cost of a taxi fare is not fixed. Dear students, there the author entered the place called Marrakech. Marrakech. Okay? Note down the pronunciation. Marrakech. There she entered the unknown world. As it is new to her, it is unknown world, and true to fact that it is a very different place. Even the fare of the taxi is not fixed. It means it may change. I stay in a traditional house in the old city. There are hundreds of these very popular old houses called riads that have been turned into a charming guest houses. She went there, she or he, the author went there. There she stayed in the old city. There are hundreds of these very popular houses called riads. There are the houses, small houses, those are called riads. Riads, those are the popular houses there that have been turned into charming guest houses. The word guest house is very familiar to you. Whenever visitors come to a place, there we can see lodges, just like lodging places. But here, these are the old houses which turned into guest houses. A few visitors may prefer the luxury of a hotel like La Mammonia, the famous hotel once described by Winston Churchill as the most beautiful place on the earth, has recently reopened its doors after being closed for repairs. Right, many visitors, many tourists like to stay in old houses, but some people or some visitors, they like to stay in the luxury hotels like La Mammonia. Some people like to stay in the luxurious hotels like La Mammonia. That is a beautiful place. Winston Churchill, he is the most famous personality. He described that place as the most beautiful place on the earth. It is recently reopened because it is closed for repairs. Now it is opened. So mostly the people like to stay in old houses. Some people, they like to enjoy in the luxury hotels like La Mammonia. At night, all streets led to Digeman Elfena, the main square that once the sun sets becomes a huge restaurant. Right here, at night, all streets lead to the place that is Digeman Elfena. That is the main square that once the sun sets becomes the huge restaurant. Okay, that is the place. Whenever the sun sets, this restaurant gets busy. It means that place is very famous. This is the day 1 description. Next, let us move to day 2 description. Day 2. Explore the old city, the famous Medina, that is Medina or Medina, the old souks. Dear students, S-U-Q. S-U-Q, there are 2 U's, strike off 1. S-U-Q. Souk are narrow alleyways are perfect for shopping. Necessary equipment, a good map, comfy shoes, strong bargaining ability. Right. On day 2, the author exploring the old city. As a part of that, she went to the old souks or narrow alleyways. Alleyway means a path with both sides walls. Okay, there are alleyways. They are perfect for shopping. Necessary equipment. There you can see necessary equipment, a good map, comfy shoes, and strong bargaining ability. Marrakech reveals its secrets through the aroma of spices and the voices of merchants selling herbs, pottery, leather, garments, and of course carpets. Right, there you can see the aroma. Dear students, aroma means a special scent or else a special odor. Here we can say that aroma means beauty. The beauty of that place Marrakech is revealed by the spices and the voices of merchants selling herbs means wild leaves, which believed that they cure our diseases. Pottery, leather garments, and of course carpets. These are the things that are available there in that old city. Nearby there are all kinds of shows, acrobats, musicians, fortune tellers, snake charmers, and even exotic dances. You can nearby there you can find all these. Acrobats means exercises, and musicians, fortune tellers, snake charmers, and exotic dancers. There you can see all shows. People say Kautobia mask, the city's trademark, is impressive. There is one more thing, that is people say that Kautobia mask, this is the Kautobia mask. It's very beautiful. This is the trademark of the city. It's very impressive. However, entrance to it is only allowed to Muslims. As it is mosque, only Muslims are allowed into it. So I cheer myself up in Dar Moha, Medina's most famous restaurant. The author stayed there, that is Dar Moha, that is the restaurant, the name of the restaurant. Author may be he or she. Actually here she is the author. There is no clue that whether the author is male or female. There you can get a clue, because there in that question itself it is revealed. By that we can say the author is a female. So I cheer up myself at Dar Moha, the most famous restaurant there in that place. So these are the thoughts described by the author, day 1 and day 2, the weekend visit of the author to Marrakech. Now dear students, based on the text, choose the best answers. First one, in this text author describes option A friend's visit to Marrakech, B her past visit to Marrakech, C the history of Marrakech. Dear students, option A friend's visit to Marrakech. If it is friend's visit, there you can see third person narration. It means he went to, or she went to, or some name. Maybe your name is Anil or Sunil or whatever. Anil went to Marrakech. There Anil saw this. There he did this. There he went there. There you can see in the third person narration. So this is wrong. There you can see it is in the third person narration. Now it is in first person narration. So it is wrong. And B, her past visit to Marrakech, maybe this. And come to see the history of Marrakech. There did you see the history of Marrakech or the beauty of the place? We can see the beauty or the information of that place, not the history. What are available there in that market? What is the beauty there? How are the houses there? There we can see, but not history. So option B is right answer. And here in the question, her past visit, this reveals that the author is a female. As it is in the question, we can say it. Okay, his or her. As the answer is her past visit, we can decide here the author is female. Second one, what is the author's opinion of Marrakech? Option A, it has got many places to see. Dear students, there is apostrophe S. There you can see not it is. Whenever you find V3 beside it, so please note down this in the running notes. I hope you are all maintaining running notes. If after S there is V3, if it is V3, then it is has. If there is no V3, if it is V4 or else no V3 or no verb, then it is it is. Now it has, you have to pronounce it as it has. Okay. For example, if the sentence is this, it's my pen, there the full form is it is my pen. Okay. And if you can see, he has got, in this sentence he has got a rank. Okay, please note down it. Now option A, It has got many places to see. B. It is only worth a short visit. And C. It is very expensive. What is the best answer? Let me analyze. There, option A. It has got many places to see. It may be valid because there are many places. And come to B. It is only worth a short visit. Here author stayed for 2 days, right? Day 1 and day 2. Do you think is it a short visit? No, completely she spent the 2 days there. So option B is wrong. And see, it is very expensive. If it is very expensive, there are many old rooms which turn into guest house. All those are affordable rents and affordable places. There you can buy all these things, simple things, herbs, all those are. So it may not be very expensive. Option A is exact. Take it as an answer. It has got many places to see. Answer is A. Come to 3. Most visitors stay in option A. Expensive hotels, old houses, that is option B. Option C. Caravans. What is the answer? Caravan. Caravan means this is caravan. Okay? Right. Now come to option A. People stay, most visitors stay in expensive hotels? No. And B. Old houses. Let me analyze this. Many people, okay, come to the first paragraph. There are hundreds of, second line, there are hundreds of these very popular houses called riads that have been turned into the charming guest houses. A few visitors may prefer the luxury hotels. Okay, a few people like to go luxury hotels. It means most visitors like to visit, like to stay in old houses. That's the thing you need to. So option B is right. Come to fourth one. The La Mammonia hotel is it a new hotel? Come to options. Option A, new. Option B, popular. Option C, expensive. There, option A is completely wrong because it is not new. It is reopened. It is closed for some repairs, right? So new is wrong. And B, popular. Come to that place. 1, 2, 3, fourth line. Come to fourth line. The La Mammonia, this famous hotel. Famous means popular. So answer is B. And C is expensive. Of course, this is expensive, but it is not given there, right? It may be expensive. It is our imagination, or else it is our assumption. But exact answer is given right there, famous. So we can take famous as best answer. Famous, which means popular. And fifth one thing that you cannot buy in the Marrakech market is option A, food. Option B, ceramics. Option C, clothes. What is the right answer? Food. There are restaurants, right? And spices, right? There you can see food is available. And come to ceramics. Ceramics means the decorating ornaments, or else ornaments. Okay, many ornaments are available there. And option C, clothes. Yes, clothes is right option. There you can see, now see, there are camping shoes. There you can see carpets, herbs, pottery, leather items, and you can see many people there, musicians, fortune tellers, dancers. Many are available there, but not clothes. Okay, so clothes is right answer. Next, read the text again and decide the following statements whether they are true or false or not stated. Come on. First one, a riad is a hotel that local people used to live in. Riad is a hotel or house. Come to the paragraph. Second line ending part. There are hundreds of these very popular old houses called riads, those are turned into guest houses but not hotels. First statement is wrong. Okay, hotel. Next, second one, there are not a lot of places to eat in the square. Whether it is true or false. First statement is false. Come to second statement. There are a lot of places to eat in the square. Come to the paragraph. At night, all streets lead to Dizema Elfana, the main square that once the sun sets becomes a huge restaurant. There you can see there are not a lot of places to eat in the square. There you can see it becomes a huge restaurant. So option is false. For false, what you have to do? You have to write option B. For true, you have to write A. Okay. So first statement is B and even second statement is also B. Come to third one. It is easy to find our way around the souks. Okay. There, dear students, it is very easy to find your way. It's very easy map. See here, come to the day 2, paragraph 2, second line. Necessary equipment, a good map. A good map means it's very easy to go here and there. That the place is very perfect for shopping. A good mapping, it means very easy to go here and there. So option is true. You have to write A there. The statement is true. You have to write A there. Come to fourth statement. The author enjoyed her visit to the famous mosque. Whether it is true or false, the author enjoyed her visit to the famous mosque. Did she enter the mosque? No, but there she visited the mosque from outside. Come here. People say Kaltobia Mosque, the city's trademark, is very impressive. However, entrance is not allowed to Muslims. I cheer myself up. It means she enjoyed her visit to that famous mosque. So here it is true. Option A is right. Dear students, let's move to the next one. Read the following passage. When Helen Keller was made blind and deaf through fever at the age of 19 months, the prospects for her seemed anything but rosy. Dear students, we are going to see one more important personality. She is very important person. You need to know. She is Helen Keller. She is Helen Keller. You need to know about her. We can't describe the greatness of the great woman. She is Helen Keller. As in the passage, she was blind and deaf. She was made blind and deaf. Let us see once again. Helen Keller was made blind and deaf through fever at the age of 19 months. See, dear students, she was made. It means she was not blind, she was not deaf by birth. Because of fever, through fever, there you can see, because of fever, she was made blind and deaf. The prospects for her seemed anything but rosy. Prospects means positive thinking. Okay, prospects for her seemed anything but rosy. Rosy means giving a little hope, getting in a positive way. You can see the meaning of rosy and even prospect. Okay. Prospect means getting success in future or else having optimism. Same is rosy. Rosy means is also getting positive attitude. Born in 1880, at a time when blind and deaf people were likely to be sent, all those people who are blind and deaf in those days sent to a place called asylum, that is poorhouse. Their asylum means mentally retarded people, or else any crippled people are taken care by the officials there. The people who are crippled are the people who are mentally retarded are kept in asylum. That is a place which is meant for those people. Okay, right. She went on to live a fuller and more adventurous life than before her sins. So now she is going to live a fuller. A fuller means which is completely filled with struggles. Okay, struggles that are as much as possible, maintain as much as possible. That is the meaning of fuller and more adventurous life than before our sins. So far, never have such life. It's not hard to imagine that Helen's life was frustrating for her parents too. Eventually, they decided to hire a private tutor cum governess called Anne Sullivan, 21 years old, and she was visually impaired. It's very hard. Even the parents also frustrated. The frustrated parents called Anne Sullivan. Okay, Anne Sullivan, not Anne Sullivan. You should pronounce A-N-N-E as Anne. Anne Sullivan, and she is the one. She is also visually impaired. Impaired means she was unable to see. Parents called her. She was the tutor and governess. It means she is the controller. She has to give directions to Helen Keller, teacher or tutor to Helen Keller. Right. She was not only a teacher to Helen, but a friend and companion to her until Anne died. She was not only a tutor or teacher, but she was a good companion and good friend to her up to the death of Anne Sullivan. She is a good companion to Helen Keller. Helen described the day she met Anne as the most important day of my life. Helen described when she met Anne Sullivan, that is the most important day in the life of Helen Keller. She began to teach her the manual alphabet, spelling individual letters into her hand for Helen to feel. Although she learned the shapes, she did not yet realize the link between these shapes and words or the ideas the words represent. Right. There Anne Sullivan began teaching. She is writing on the hand manual alphabet, A to Z alphabet. She is writing on hand. Helen Keller to feel those words A, B, C, D. She is writing. Okay, and she is knowing the words, letters, and even the important things and important words due to write vocabulary, but not on hand, on paper in notes. She began to write manual on the hand. Although she learned the shapes, she did not yet realize the link between these shapes and words and the idea that words represent. There, Helen Keller learning letters and she is learning shapes. She was learning shapes and words, different words she is learning. But she did not know link between these words and those materials. For example, the word represent chair. There is a chair. There she practiced that word chair. She know how to write all the shapes. She knows well. But what is the link between the chair? What is the use of that chair? What it might be, whether it is thing or liquid or person. What is that? There Helen Keller was unable to receive the meaning. And that's why there is a small confusion between them. She did not know the link between the words and the letters that she was learning. For that, what Anne Sullivan did, let us see. This changed one day during a walk to well. One day when going to well, that changed thought of Anne Sullivan. Anne spelled the letters W-A-T-E-R. W-A-T-E-R. What do you mean by that word? Water. Water means a big stone, right? which may throw at yourself. No, water means a liquid. Water means liquid. This you know well. But what about Helen Keller? She learned the letters and she knew the word water, water. Now Anne Sullivan, when she was going to the well, she got that answer. She spelled that onto her hand, then pumped water on it. Okay? Now she understood. Water means, okay, let me tell you. With some repetition, her pupil, underline that word, pupil means a learner. Her pupil realized that the letters were a way of referring to liquid. She understood that water means liquid. Repeatedly, Anne Sullivan made her pupil. Who is the pupil of Anne Sullivan? Yes, Helen Keller. Helen Keller is the pupil here, right? So repeatedly, she made her to know that word water as a liquid. She repeated that word and pouring liquid on her hand. Anne Sullivan said, Helen got up this morning like a radiant fairy. She has flitted from object to object, asking the name of everything and kissing me for every gladness. Last night, when I got into bed, she stole into my arms of her own accord and kissed me for the first time. And I thought my heart would burst, so full was it of the joy. Was it of joy? So, this is the thought that struck Anne Sullivan. As she is the teacher, dear student, respect your teachers, because though you are unable to receive, we try to give you good knowledge, right? Respect your teacher. Don't forget. And here, teacher Anne Sullivan tried to develop vocabulary in her, tried to develop good knowledge. That's why she made to know water. Immediately, Helen, that day, Helen started, she flitted here and there. It means she rapidly moved here and there. Madam, Anne Sullivan, okay, madam, what is this book and what is this mic, pen, all those. She is knowing the names, she is knowing the words, and for every gladness, she is kissing her. That day, Anne Sullivan was kissed by Helen Keller. She felt very happy. So they the lines that Anne Sullivan said, I thought my heart would burst because of joy. As the girl, she was blind and deaf, now she is revealing each word, every letter. She is pronouncing the word and telling that this is this, this is that, this is this. That's why she felt very happy. In 1904, she graduated from Radcliffe College, disproving those who said that she couldn't hope to compete with the sighted and hearing students. Right. So finally disproving. Disproving means all thought that she can't do graduation. All thought that she would not do anything. Disproving all those, she was the graduate from Radcliffe College. Okay. In fact, her determination and uncanny memory made her an excellent scholar. While at college, she wrote The Story of My Life. After 1921, founding of the American Federation for the Blind, Helen traveled, wrote and spoke extensively in her role as a spokeswoman. Right. Her determination and sharp memory. Okay. This made her a very brilliant student. And also, she is the spokeswoman. Okay. She was the spokeswoman means who represent the community. She was the spokeswoman. Now answer the following questions. First one, Helen Keller was made blind and deaf because, so there you can see directly, she had fever as a baby. A is right answer. Maybe let us see. B, she was born differently abled. That's wrong. She was injured. That's also wrong. She met with an accident. That's wrong. Option A is correct. Next, second one. Anne Sullivan thought My heart would burst, so full was it of joy. Because, what is the answer? Option A. Anne was doing a good job. Anne was doing a good job teaching Helen. Option B. Helen was happy to learn the language. Option C. Helen kissed Anne for the first time. Option D. Anne kissed Helen for the first time. So, what is the right answer? There you can see. Come to the paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Fifth paragraph, last line. My heart would burst, so full was it of joy. There you can see because, let me read the whole sentence. Last night when I got into bed, she stole into my arms of her own accord and kissed me for the first time. There you can get the answer. Option C is correct. Okay, remaining all are wrong. Third question. Helen was assigned a private tutor cum governess because Helen was keen on learning language. B. Her parents wanted her to have a good education. C. Helen felt lonely. C. Helen's life was frustrating for her parents. What is the right answer? Right, come to the second passage. It's not hard to imagine that Helen's life was frustrating for her parents too. It tells that parents are frustrated by her. So answer is D. Fourth one. Helen was an excellent scholar because she had determination and uncanny memory. Option B. She was very smart. Option C. She did not give up on education. And D. She was always topped her class. What is the answer? Come to the last paragraph, second line. In fact, her determination and uncanny memory, okay, made her excellent scholar. So option A is right. Fifth one. Helen saw Anne not only as a teacher but also as option A mother, B a sister, C a friend and a companion to her, D an inspiration. What is the answer? Come to third paragraph, first line. She was not only a teacher to Helen but a friend and companion. So option C is right. Seventh one. Helen graduated from A. Oxford College, B. Radcliffe College, C. Cambridge College, C. Stanford College. What is the answer? Radcliffe. There you can see in the last paragraph directly. No need to see it, right? It's very easy. Next, seventh one. Helen described the day she met Anne as dash. A. The best day of her life. B. The brightest day of her life. C. The blessed day of her life. D. The most important day of her life. What is the answer? Come here and see. Third paragraph, last line. Helen described the day she met Anne as the most important day. It means option D is right. Dear students, so take remaining passages as homework. Don't neglect it. I promised you to give key to the previous passages. There is the key, and don't forget you have to complete the passages.